So I had to stop on my head. Like I said, these videos are going to be based on my life experiences and everyday life and stuff that I go through, stuff that my mind, that my thoughts touch on and everything. So when I was a kid, I can remember, specialized in the military, I had an attraction for a different type of women. So I would look at a woman and I would say, dang, she fine. And then when cats would look at me and be like, what you mean? I was like, yo, shorty look good. My man, that chick ugly. I was like, and then I had to double take. And like, is it disrespectful for someone to trash your taste, or not criticize, but trash your taste and say that what you like ugly girls, or you like ugly cars, or you don't know how to dress, or people trash your style. Now understand this: an opinion and a disrespectful comment are not the same thing. I don't care if they're coming from your homies or a stranger. They're coming from your family members or a coworker. Like, I was at work one day and I overheard some dudes talking. It was like, oh yeah, so and so, man, I went to San Francisco or whatever. And guess who I saw on the plane? I saw so and so and his wife on the plane. It's like, oh man, he was going the same way too. Or he was going so and so. And dude said, wait a minute, what his wife look like? And, she all right. Why would anybody ask that question as to what somebody's wife look like? Dude, is it okay to wonder that? Yes, it is. I had coworkers talk about their wife all the time, and they talk about some personal stuff. And I wonder, and I was like, I bet his wife looked like this. I bet her husband looked like this. And when he showed me a picture of his wife, I was like, not what I thought he was married to. Not at all what I thought he was married to. And I was tripping off of that because when I look at this dude, you kind of have an idea of what people doing at home or what their style is based on how they talk, how they move, how they present themselves. And you kind of, detectives do it, they create a profile based on somebody's movements and habits and stuff. But I have no right to call this man's wife ugly. Okay? We don't have no right to call nobody's spouse ugly. We don't have no right to say that somebody's style is ugly. We don't have a right to say that somebody's interest is ugly. Because that's something that makes them happy. And that's something that brings them joy on a day-to-day basis, no matter what it is, whether it's their child, whether it's their spouse, whether it's their car, whether it's their clothes that they wear. I can remember being criticized for the type of women that I like, the type of girls that I was into. And then it confused me even more when there was girls that would say, why are you dating her? Why would you date somebody like that? I was like, what do you mean like that? Like, what does that mean? Didn't understand. Parents, my dad was on top of it too, and he was like, man, them little ugly girls you be dating, them little ugly girls. And then it couldn't register in my head because I'm like, these girls, most time I met their parents, and they had a good life. They had a loving household, and there was rules and regulations, but there was always love. And then I'm like, how can she be ugly? How can she be ugly? I don't see it. But because I got so much criticism, I kind of fell back because I didn't want to deal with the embarrassment that my friends was like, she ugly. But then at the same time, a lot of dudes was wanting to hit them. You know what I'm saying? You want to get with her, but then because I'm with her, she ugly. And then maybe it was a mind game or something. I don't know. But I would say it is definitely disrespectful to trash someone else's interest simply because it's something that you don't like or you don't find appealing. That's disrespectful as hell. As hell. You feel me? And I'm like, I've seen couples and they look so happy together, so happy. And I said, man, they're not thinking about what the other one looks like. They're thinking about the time that we spend, that the time that they spend together. We had a studio, an art studio at one time, and I was able to. And there was a lot of other artists in that studio. It was a 3-4. It was a 3-4. It was a warehouse. So upstairs they kept the furniture, and then downstairs was like a showroom type of deal. And they kept all the furniture down there, but you could go upstairs. But anyway, they turned it into like an art place. It's a loft now. But I would go and look at other people's artwork, and I would look at them, and I was like, "Oh, you got a studio up here?" They was like, "Yeah." I said, "Hey, man, what number you in? I want to look at your artwork." It was like, "Okay." They give me the number. I go up there, and I was like, "Wow!" Like, I didn't picture this person painting this type of artwork. And then I would look at other people's stuff. Now, this one guy's stuff was super creepy, but that was the way he did it. I would say it wasn't strange. It was strange to me that he did it. And then on top of that, he was musky all the time too. So that kind of added to the strangeness or the surprise of the type of medium he chose. But everybody had something different, and that was the beauty of it. And then people would look at my artwork and say, "Man, that was awesome." My first show that I had, dude was kind of pissed because he was like, "Man, I don't see why you didn't sell everything you had. Man, you got some nice stuff." Because I didn't let anybody in my studio to see anything until the show. So I painted a bunch of stuff up, and then I rushed a bunch of it. But then there was 4 of them that I took my time with, and they loved them. I mean, it was beautiful. And then the lady come in, and she says she would see me leaving at night because she had aerobics class. She was coming in at like 6, and I'll be leaving late, like 7 or 8, 9 o'clock at night. And then she's like, "Yo, what do you got going on up there?" It's like, "Do you work here?" So I say, "No, I got a studio downstairs." She was like, "I want to see your artwork. I want to see what you do." I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I said, "Well, I'll be doing the show this Friday. I'll be putting my work up, but I won't be here for the show on Friday night." I say, "It'll be up." I say, "You just come to the show if you got time, and it'll be up. But if not, it'll be up for the whole month, and you can look at it." She was like, "Okay." So I put the artwork up. I put prices on the stuff. And I showed her. And she was like, "Oh, my gosh." This lady went in her purse right then and got her checkbook out. And she started writing. I said, "Well, no, you don't have to pay for it now." She said, "No, I'm going to pay for it now because I want to claim it." And she bought all of my artwork, or all of the main pieces that I had, the ones that I liked the most. The biggest ones I had. She bought them all, and nobody else got to see them. But I remember when she came, after she bought them, when she finished her class, she showed the lady. She's like, "Look, I want to show y'all what I bought. She took them upstairs to my show, to where my wall was at. So everybody who did a show, basically, they had all their artwork on a mezzanine. And you pay like $25, and you put as much work as you wanted to. And so she came out there, and she looked, and it was like, "Oh my goodness, they so beautiful." And then I wrapped them up for her, and I actually made frames for her and everything because she bought my stuff right there. I was just so appreciative of what she did. This lady made such a big fuss over my artwork, and when she laid it out, when it was laid out, I was wrapping them up for her. The night that she picked them up, she took them home. And all of the ladies gathered around. Not everybody had the same opinion. So that was an experience for me that everybody don't have the same taste. So whatever you like is what you like. Don't allow the outsiders, the naysayers, to construct or reconstruct you to fit what they think you should do, or what they think is ugly, or what they think is beautiful. The saying that beauty is in the eye of the beholder is such a true thing, because we all have different opinions about stuff. We all have different opinions about stuff. People think abstract art is ugly. Other people think it's beautiful. Other people think, if you look at it, anything that's drawn is not real. It's not real. It's a depiction of, it's an artist's depiction of what they were seeing and their skill set. So, you know, if you're looking at a painting or you're looking at a chick or you're looking at a car, people wear what they want to wear. People drive what they want to drive. People are who they want to be. So don't allow outside criticism to dictate your path. If you think that girl is fine, if you think that dude is handsome, go for it. If it don't matter what nobody else thinks. If that car, that color, you got it painted, is the color you wanted it painted, it don't matter. If those are the type of colors you like to wear, type of shoes you like to wear, if that's your style, it don't matter. It don't matter. You shouldn't care. None of us should care. We should just move how we want to move. As long as we ain't hurt nobody else, have your style. Have your style. Have your opinions. Have your type. You know, and then one more thing I'm gonna add is, like, don't get into, well, it's the same thing, but don't feel influenced, man. If you feeling it, you feeling it. You got to take time to make sure this is what you're feeling, then take time to make sure that's what you're feeling. If you like that car, you like them clothes, you like that girl, you like that dude, you like that artwork, it's what you like. It's what you like, man. Don't get out here following the crowd. Don't do that. So to answer the question, yes, I think it is disrespectful to trash somebody's opinions and what they like, man. It's not what you like. It is what it is, man. Let people have their thing, you know? All right, folks, I think I'll probably try to do a part 2 on this tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys got something out of it. Stay smooth. Peace.